Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Vosqueros Game has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Dominion Custom Clothing. Cowboy fans, if you need your custom suits, your custom sportswear, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company for you. Dominion Custom Clothing also offers a free mobile service to your home, to your business for suit fittings and fabric showing. Dominion Custom Clothing has been a clothier in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for the last 20 years. So if you need that suit for the night out on the town or the tuxedo for the prom or special occasions, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company you have been looking for. And as always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, Cholo Town, El Paso, it's our man, 21, Armando, 21. And from the hill country of Texas, Austin, it's our man, Retrofit Sports, Hook 'em, it's Rue. And from Tucson, Arizona, the player personnel director of the Cowboy Up podcast is Kuiper AZ. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520. What's up? What's up? What's up? Say, man, y'all know what today is. Today is Tuesday. What happens on Tuesday, man? It's the Cowboy Up podcast. Man, y'all know we got the crew with us, man. From my left to my right, to my right, to my left. Man, it's my homeboy from the hill country of Texas, the capital city. Hook 'em. It's Rue. What's up, baby?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm excited, man. It ain't been a full squad for a hot minute, bro.
It's been a minute, hasn't it? It's been a minute. Hey, man, and from the great state of Arizona, y'all know who he is. He's Mikey 520. What's up, Mikey?
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, man, we're united. We got the Dragon Zord. We got Voltron. We got the Avengers assembled. It's gonna be a great show. It gotta be a great show. Gotta always say special thanks to our subs. Always Cowboy Corner. If you're listening, always thank you. But we're and we're ready, baby. Ready for these mini caps.
And if the Cowboy Up podcast fans was worried that think Ice may have got our boys, no, he is an American citizen. It's our man 21 Armando 21. What's up, baby? Welcome.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? They saw the big sombrero and they confused me. And I said, "Nah, man, wait, stop, man, stop." But you boy,
No, you're not here.
I said, "I'm right here, man. Hey, what's up? We're good." They're like, oh, "All right, America's team." They're like, "All right." Oh, you that guy from TikTok? All right, no, you good, man. Right? So I was good, man. To let your boy go.
Hey man, I'm happy to see the original crew all together today, man. This is a special day today, man. I'm feeling good today. when you see the whole crew, man, together, man, it's always gonna be a good show. Say, man, let's start with Rue, man. How was your weekend? I always start with the weekend update. Rue, how was your weekend, baby?
Hey, man, I got my consolation prize, and I'm not mad at all, man. First national title for my Lady Longhorns. I can't complain. I mean, hell of a showing from Atwood, from Good, from Henry, but huge shout out to Mia Scott, man. My third baseman, rocking the hot corner, played the whole thing with a torn ACL and showed the fuck out. Unreal performance from my ladies. So I gotta give them their flowers. Outside of that, bro, I've been barbecuing like crazy, man. I'm telling you right now, I will never not smoke my steak ever again, bro. This Traeger has spoiled me, dog. I take a 1.5-inch ribeye, throw it on a Traeger for like 30 minutes, reverse sear that motherfucker in a goddamn cast iron skillet. I'll never eat a steak the same way ever again, bro. I never will. It was the most delicious thing I ever had. It's amazing. I love it.
Well, shout out to Traeger. We need to be a sponsor of the show.
Apparently.
Hardest, hitting them R's a little too hard. Hitting the R's a little too hard.
Anyway, 520, man. How was your weekend, man? How was your weekend, 520?
Well, you know what? Everything's just going good. Still recovering. Still trying to beat the heat. Everything's getting back to the new normal. I did barbecue, mesquite drum, but it's funny the portion change. It's something to get used to, but we're doing it and willing and dealing it. I know we're not too political and everything. I know we're joking about the whole ICE situation, and obviously you see what Mexico have, but that's more for sports. But the what's going on in California is kind of crazy, but the unity that's coming out of it, you know, and that's all I gotta say. Hey, like blood in, blood out, because they don't control shit.
All right. Hey, man, and all the way in El Paso, man. Y'all know y'all missed him. Y'all missed him. Hell, we missed him, man. 21, man. How was your weekend, baby?
Well, we chilling, big fella. We chilling. I got the baby. She's about to be 2, so she keeps us busy. But doing the family thing. It's the baby, man. She keeps us busy. She keeps us on our toes, man. She keeps us on our toes. Mm-hmm. She's at that age where you can't. Right now, it's I guess they weren't watching her, and she started crying. So who knows what she's doing? She's at that age.
Well, look, I had.
It's when she gets quiet.
And then
I had an announcement on our WhatsApp chat, but now it's time to let the Cowboy Up podcast. The big fella is gonna be on the move again. The big fella is leaving San Francisco, and I am headed to the Great Northwest, man. Going to Seattle, Washington. Lord, this is gonna be my third city in 2 years. Shout out to
the big fella on the move.
That's wild.
Shout out to the sugar mama.
Yeah, making this all possible.
Sugar mama. In the chat.
Yeah, you'd be and you think about it. You go to Colorado. You went to Of course, you're where you're at right now in San Francisco. To that, you're just taking over the West Coast. Pretty soon it's gonna be Portland, Oregon. Last stop, San Diego, California.
Oh,
Watch.
no, that last stop better be Hawaii. Her next thing better be Hawaii. But
That's
yeah,
West Coast.
hey man, she's going up there, man, and we already we're looking for places to stay. But this is a quick turnaround. The San Francisco move was a long planned out thing, right?
It's
This one
quick.
is literally 3 weeks and we got to go. 3 weeks and we got to go.
Hey, I think the Cowboys play the Seattle next season, or
I don't know. I got to look at the schedule, but it don't matter.
I don't think we see Seattle.
I'm still gonna be at them playing road games. Especially the Vegas game. I
Well,
committed to Denver, so those two. And what's so bad? They a week apart from each other. I mean, 2 weeks apart from each other. We played Denver first, and then we got a home game, and then we play the Raiders on Monday night.
well, maybe not this year, but next year you're gonna catch the Huskies in Michigan again, at least if you're
Yeah,
still there.
yeah, and then we'll catch the Michigan and Oregon because they'll play Oregon in Oregon this year. So
Oh yeah,
they be right down the
but that's
street.
crazy. That's crazy. You're supposed to be our live correspondent at training camp, and you decide to freaking
I,
move.
I didn't say I didn't say I wasn't going to training camp, Mike. I didn't
Oh,
say
okay,
that.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm thinking
you
about it with
assumed
boots. I've
you
been thinking about it with boots.
assumed you assumed I wasn't going to training camp. I didn't say I was not going to training camp. Okay. But yeah, man, that's what's up with the big fella and Sugar Mama. We heading up to the Great Northwest, man. Uh, and that's going where I'm gonna reside. I'm representing America's team all over America. How about that?
hell yeah,
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
And
Yeah,
dude, I've been on record on this show telling you that Seahawk fans are the worst people I ever met in my life. I swear. So
well,
good luck,
I hadn't I
Jordan
hadn't
Schultz.
I hadn't met any yet, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Well, look, man, let's get into these Cowboys, man. That's why we here, right? Let's talk about them boys, man. Boys made it to the mini camp. Mandatory. And as we know, we got 100% participation, meaning everybody showed up. I mean, participation as in showing up, but Michael Parsons didn't practice. Diggs
He
didn't
said
practice.
present. Diggs
But they
said
were present.
present.
They said present. So
Present.
so basically, as leaders of the team, that's all you want. You as long as they there, okay. I don't care if Michael Parsons never practiced this whole off season. I don't give a shit. As long as number 11 line up on opening night in Philadelphia that Thursday night, that's all I care about. So
Honestly, he wrecks our practices anyway.
exactly. So Mikey, man, give us a little mini camp update, man. What you got?
Well, this is per John Machota, DallasCowboys.com, and Bobby Belt, which is DallasCowboys.com, freaking 105.3 FM. So day one of minicamp, you just said it. It was a 100% attendance. Even Trey Devon, the disgruntled YouTube news star Trayvon Diggs, is there, and of course Micah's not practicing, but he's there. So another thing is, the connection between Dak and George Pickens. That's another thing we want to talk about. How are they moving? And apparently, they had the catch of the day on a smooth like a slug post. When you fake this landing, you go post kind of the Amari Cooper route. Do you remember his first touchdown against Tennessee, in and out? And it was against Israel McQuamu, and I guess apparently Israel McQuamu was not on the injured list, but his ankle got broke. He got broke. So that's what happened. And then another interesting thing is the halfback room, our running back room. As today, I'm not, because it's been 50-50 with Williams and Miles Sanders toting the rock. Today, they said for the most part with the first team, Miles Sanders is getting the majority of the snaps, and they're saying that he looks fast, he looks light, and the quote is his legs look springy. So that's just what I'm getting third party, and I already gave the credit to its four. And then on defense, we have Jack Sanborn and Murray taking the majority of the linebacker stats snaps in with the first team. You know, Jack Sanborn is Eberflus's little pet cat, and he knows the defense. That makes a lot of sense. And then Murray just came off of his interview saying that they're going to stop the running game that is yet to be seen in it. As far as our secondary is concerned, it's been a rotation of different packages on dime, nickel. Then Duran Blanc goes from outside to inside, and it's a lack of depth. And then we could even talk about, guys that got come for other team. Maybe could help our secondary. The biggest thing back to the offense that I heard today, that Brevin Spanford is taking the majority of the first team tight end snaps, and they sprinkle in some Scooney, and Jake Ferguson was not to be found with the first team. That's per John Machota. That's per Bobby Bell. And I'll give the show back to you guys, and you guys do the roundtable.
Cowboy Corner, what's up, man? Welcome to the show, man. What you got? Any info?
Oh, thanks for the link on Saturday.
you want to add anything to Mikey's minicamp report?
No, man. No, it's going good. The link was shared to Big Fella as the leader of y'all's channel, so he was supposed to disperse it out amongst y'all. All right.
Way to shift that one over, Corner.
I am not the leader. I'm just the host of the show.
I've heard himself call himself the High Chief. Or what did you refer yourself to?
Chief.
Leader, Chief, Potato, Tomato.
Maybe
hey, man, every once in a while you got to throw your ones up, man. Hey, but I don't consider myself the leader of the Cowboy Up podcast. I just consider myself the big fella. That's it.
Are you the host of the show?
Yeah, because Mikey don't want to host because he like to interrupt.
Oh yeah, hosted with the most. If Mikey hosted, no one would talk.
Anyway, Cowboy Corner, how do you feel about 100% attendance and the whole culture narrative? Does that reflect on culture, Mike?
Well, no, it reflects that everybody showed up. See, the Dallas culture and people showing up, it's not a problem, right? I mean, we've had CeeDee Lamb hold out last year, right? Mm-hmm. But for the majority of it, the players usually show up. I think Mike McCarthy had 100% all the way up until CeeDee Lamb. The culture isn't people showing up. The culture is winning mindset. The culture is when you get knocked down, how do you get back up and respond? Cowboy culture has been beat up in a sense of the youngest team in the NFL, and the Packers came in there and smacked us across the room when we did nothing about it. The Rams running for us in 2019, we did nothing about it, right? That's the culture shift that I want to see. Underwear Olympics does nothing for me. 100% attendance does nothing for me. What I want to see from Schottenheimer and these guys is physical play. This is my house. This is your house, but today this is my house mentality.
And by the way, last week when you showed up with that hard hack that is not OSHA approved, it was obvious that you know nothing of the construction side of business. But let me ask something for you, big fella. It's along the lines of the same thing. is this reflecting more on Shotty, or does this say a lot about Micah for not being the distraction and coming to mandatory minute camps, regardless if he participated or not? He's actually in the building. What does that say?
Well, I think it's more from Micah. I think Micah is trying to be the leader that he should be. I mean, because the Cowboys is basically trying to tell Micah Parsons, look, man, we about to pay you a lot of money. Okay. So when we paying you a lot of money, we need you. That's why they move his locker to right next to Dax, right? So they want the leaders to be recognized. Okay, he's a leader, whether he won't like it or not, because whether you like the way he does his off field stuff or his on field stuff. I just think it's more on Michael Parsons decided, hey, I'm gonna take more of a leadership role. But then also I do got to give credit to Shotty, man, because just listening to him, man, every time I listen to his press conference, right, he's building more and more confidence in the big fella. I'm really beginning to really like the guy. Okay, maybe he's a great salesman, but I won't be 100% in until I see him do in-game adjustments. Because that was our biggest thing with Mike McCarthy about his in-game adjustment coaching style. So, but I think it's a combination of both. But I think it's really more Michael Parsons being a leader.
What's up with you, Rue? What do you think? Who do you give credit to? What do you feel about it?
I absolutely give credit to the new heads coming in, because with Shotty, with Eberflus, with every new member of this staff, I like the fact that everybody showed up, and really with Micah, above and beyond anything else, I guess the credit really goes to him, right? Because he's the only one we didn't expect to show up, or wouldn't have been surprised if he didn't show up. I think we all expected Trayvon to rear his head at the end of the day. I think we all expected everybody else to, show up and, do what they're supposed to do, especially after the season that we had last year. But the fact that Micah is here in the DN room talking to the rookies, I mean, they have a whole report on his interaction with Donovan Izaraku. And honestly, man, I love the quote, because you talk about a culture shift. You talk about a guy that's really trying to take leadership. This is what he said to him verbatim. It's basically, I told them no egos in this room. If I'm not hustling, tell me get the fuck on. Everybody's shit stinks. We're not all perfect.
Ru, can I ask you that? Like, on the same topic, do you think it's because the whole dynamic with him and DeMarcus Lawrence from Jump Street? Do you think he has, because you know what I mean, how all that culture was? Do you think that comes from that?
I wouldn't be surprised. In what he's trying to do that's different seems to be to take them under his wing, to be the guy that welcomes them into the league, to be the guy that's like, hey, hold me accountable just like I'm gonna hold you accountable. We're all the same here. Nobody's any different than anybody else. And you're gonna look at me. You can look at me on the other side of that and go, well, he's holding out for a contract. Business is business. The team is the team, and they understand that. One day it's going to be Donovan Izaraku's turn to wait out for a contract. And if Micah Parsons is going to be the type of guy to come up to you and be like, look, I want to work together. I want this unit to be the best unit in the NFL. Then that's the kind of leader that I want to take over my franchise, and he's going to get paid. I'm not worried about him getting paid or getting his contract whatsoever at this point. It's kind of a relief, right? Because with anything else, it's like, where are we at? Are we going to miss a game? Are we going to have time to train? Are we going to have these guys in the same room together? What's the timing going to be like? None of these questions are going to be a thing, because it doesn't look like they're going to let it. He's here. He's in the building. He's not practicing, but it's coming. And I think we all know it is too.
21. I want to ask you the same thing. What do you attribute the 100% attendance to? The culture, Micah being there and being the big man. What do you think about that? Then after you're done with that, I got another question follow.
I really think all this stems from last season. From last season, him hearing the whole thing about him not being 100% because of this podcast. Uh, you know, I still say that there and we saw. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all agree. There was beef before we knew about it in that locker room, right? And
Since
and I
the
think
Packer
that
game.
that all the now stems from obviously then because I think he's like, you know what, it's not gonna be like back then. We have this young culture, and it's just I feel a winning mentality coming upon us, right? Like that's what these young guys are like. Hey, we're the Cowboys, man. We gotta win. We gotta show out, right? So
Yes, sir.
it's looking good. But then again, I'm weary, guys. I'm weary. I'm weary, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm weary because this season, I think each one of us here on this panel has said the word culture. It's
Yeah.
it's it's culture.
Yes.
With culture's changing, this culture. Last season, there was two words. It was all in. You know, it,
Oh, that's
it's
very astute.
reminiscent of us falling. It's reminiscent of us drinking this Kool-Aid again, and I'm just like, So, I this season, this to me, it's about put up or shut up, and I want to see. I like what I'm seeing now, but I really want to see it on the field, and I'm excited for it. This Cowboys, it feels different. And I'm excited for it, but again, I don't want to fall into it because it's tough.
Hey, I'm gonna piggyback off of you. Then I'm gonna ask you another question. Let me piggyback off of something astute. You made that perfect observation of these narrative banners, banners. Because football teams do this, be on time, show up. You know what I mean? Or they have their own, but all in and culture. But culture is something that we see, and the media has made has made that. It wasn't out of the bird's mouth, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's been something that they see, and they see it, so that's more encouraging. But I'm with you because look, I don't know if you guys ever dated, right? Or there was this man named Smokey, and this girl said she looked like Janet Jackson on the phone, and she didn't look like Janet Jackson. She
What
looked
she
like
look like,
Freddie
Mike?
Jackson. She looked like Freddie Jackson. But what I'm saying, have you ever been catfished before? But nowadays you could get catfished with the chick on the picture, but it ain't that chick. It's that filter and 100 other things, right? So you show up, and you saw everything on picture. She sounds cool. You make up in your head that she's pretty by the picture she sends. So you put two and two together. When you really see her and you see what it is, it's Freddie Jackson. So I do not want to get catfished by this organization. We hear about the 100% attendance. We hear about culture, 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 and we're skeptical because we've been hurt and we cannot trust. But some of the things that we're hearing, it's just the honey, the honey, the honey. And it's funny, all you will hear is the honey until they're gone, like Mike McCarthy, and that you hear like all the shit now that Marcus Lawrence is gone. All right, well, 21. Now back to you like a snake, real quick. Since
Hold on.
you're big,
I got a question though. I got a
sorry,
question. Hold on.
I'm trying to be efficient.
All right. This is my question to you though, Mikey. Okay, you say you don't want to be catfished, all right? Because I know a lot of us Cowboy fans got a lot of 30 years of trauma. Okay, so we've been
30
we've
years
been
of
catfished
trauma.
for the last 30 years. So you can call us the hooks. so
Yeah.
so my whole thing is I don't think what's going on now is catfishing. I really don't. Uh just like I say, I'm slowly becoming a Shoddy fan. I mean, if you just really listen to him, you just really listen to him. He's already told you what his offense is going to be. It's going to be physical. I'm gonna punch you in the mouth. We're gonna run the goddamn ball. Okay.
Yeah.
And ever since then, when he drafted a guard, then he started getting powerful in the middle. Okay. And he started getting all these running backs. He got bangers and everything, and then got a little speed. I was like, okay, I think he's trying to tell us something, right? So I don't really think we about to get catfished at all. I think Cowboy Corner has mentioned it. We've all mentioned it about the key word this year is culture, right? But don't you see it changing though? Don't you feel different from you did
Yeah.
last year at this time? I mean,
Yeah.
anybody can answer this. Don't you feel different? I mean, because last year it's the same old thing. Yeah, we better win 12, right?
Yeah.
We better, and then that get hurt, and then we was like, shit, we hope we win 7. Hope you know, but
Yep.
culture, but it just feels different, bro. Because
Yes, it does.
it just seems like Mike McCarthy was that lame old, same ass, predictable. I'm a tough offensive head coach, and I'm only give you the bare minimum. At least Shotty got some personality, you know. He's giving
No,
us some
Yeah.
personality.
well, and the most faith we have on him is him giving not the green light, so to speak, but do you think if George Pickens was available for Mike McCarthy would have made a face or something? You know what I mean? But from all reports, is that Shotty said, "Go for it, let's do it." You know what I mean? Getting Pickens has made this more enjoyable as an offseason, plus the draft that we had. So, yeah, man. But going off of the rush, and I'm going back to you, 21, because you are the running back guy. You are the Rico guy. You always think about the running back. What do you feel about today in particular, Miles Sanders getting the majority of the snaps with the first team?
I think we kind of had all said that he was going to be either one or two. I think, and we were kind of set on that. And I mean, they say he has a what was the word, a bounce or a step, or
Spring. He's very
springy,
springy. That's the
springy.
word that they're using. Springy.
So I'm liking. I know you didn't mention anything about the rookie running back, but I do want to see what this guy is gonna bring. But I don't know, man. I think with this season with this running back room, it's just I guess we gotta wait and see. But it's sounding good.
Rue, what you
Hey,
think about
corner. Yeah. Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, Rue, what you think about Miles Sanders? I'm up in the air with him, man. I don't know. He's a fucking eagle. How do you feel about him?
Listen, Miles Sanders has bounced around this league quite a bit. I mean, he's also been a Panther. Like this guy is not. I don't think you're going to get a real sense of what this room's going to be like until you get to Oxnard, until you start seeing a rotation. I mean, all this right now, just like Corner said at the beginning of the show, this is the underwear Olympics, because right on Cowboys website, I've got another report from Javonte Williams from today that says a lot. That says a lot of the same stuff about him. So I mean, I want to make sure that we're not getting crossed up, because I am seeing it from Javonte as well. So, right now to me it's super early, and that's one of the rooms that I'm really paying attention to. I mean, for me, it's DB, it's running back, it's O-line. Those are the top three things I'm probably looking at in the beginning for how we're going to start. Just because a lot of that's youth in most of those positions. It's super young in a lot of those spots. So for what it is with the running back spot, I'd rather see one of these young guys pop. Like, I'd much rather see it be Blue or be now the kid from Clemson,
Phil Maffa.
Phil Maffa.
I kept saying Mafu.
Cadillac.
I keep saying Mafu. I don't know why I do. Maffa. It's Maffa.
Anyway,
I would rather see one of them pop. I would rather see it be a younger combo at the running back spot, especially considering the fact that they're both later than 5th round picks. Yeah. I'll take that. I'll take that over Williams or Miles popping for at either spot. So I'm hoping. For me, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
Right now, doesn't it feel like too early to kind of you don't know where this room is at? You're just like, I don't know.
It's hard at running. Oh, I'm sorry, Rue. Go ahead, finish. Go ahead, Rick.
It's not even. I'm really done. It's mostly about the fact that a lot of these rooms are young. because even at DB, you know, we're looking at Bland, third year guy. Trayvon hoping he comes back from injury. Siobhan Revel coming back from injury. You know, Kalen Carson, second year player. It's there's some pieces that are pretty young in that secondary spot, and then the O-line with Guyton in his second year, Booker in his first year, BB in his second year. You know, Brock Hoffman, undrafted guy. You know, he's been around for a little bit, but it's still it's taking him time to get to this spot if he even finds a way into that starting role. Not to mention Terrence Steele. Yeah. Like it's and not that he's young. It's like we're at a turning point with Terrence Steele. We got to make a decision on Terrence Steele. Are we even going to keep this O-line the way it is, or are we going to start moving pieces around? Like, what are we really going to do? Because it doesn't seem like they're willing to say that they're wrong about anything. It doesn't seem like they're going to be like willing to go, hey, you know what? Maybe we should put Tyler at left, take Tyler Guyton, Smith to left, put Guyler at right, Guyton at right. But I don't know. We'll see. Oxnard is where we're probably going to get a real look, though.
Yeah, real quick before we go to corner. My whole thing with running backs, man, it's kind of like offensive line. You can't tell until you put the pads on. You really can't. Yeah. When you're in your underwear, it's no contact. Anybody can make a quick cut and move and, you know, shit like that. They can splash. But until you throw the pads on at running back and O-line, man, you really don't know. Corner, man, how you feel about this?
Man, it's Brian Schottenheimer said it today in his press conference. The NFL is so soft now. This is basically minicamp's basically an extended OTA. Yeah. And so we've been in OTAs now for a few weeks, and I don't care who's in the starting lineup respectively right now. Yeah. Because when we get to training camp, when we get into that preseason game and jobs and competition go to another level, that's when I start caring about who's playing and who ain't. Right now, with Javonte Williams, he's one of my three running backs, along with Jadon Blue and Phil Malfa. Those are my three guys. Miles Sanders, he don't move anything. He's gonna spring his ass off this roster come 90-man cuts. That's the only spring that he has attached to him, is springing off to the practice squad.
I got a question for the panel. This is my question. I just want this offensive line to be so great because they got the possibility of being great.
Yeah.
I want them to be great. I'm gonna ask a specific question. Okay, and I want y'all to answer specifically, and we'll start with 21. Okay, should Guyton stay at left tackle, or should you move him to right? Specific question. 21. Let's go.
Right now, I'm gonna say stay, just because I want to see what comes of last season. You know, did the kid learn? Did he not? But I think that once if you see improvement, you're obviously gonna leave him there, right? If you don't see anything, the decision has got to be made, and it's got to be made quick to move him back to his right spot.
Right, Mikey. Same question. Should he stay, Mikey, or should you replace?
I want him to stay. For the simple fact that we have the law firm of Riley and Adams working on him. We went and got the best offensive line on both levels. You know, the next best thing is getting Bill Callahan here. Bill Callahan was here. I don't even worry, which is offensive line Jesus. But since we have that, and to keep this kid's confidence, because he's still a kid. Remember, that's one of the things we liked of him. He was only 21 years old. You know what I mean? Like, so he's still a project and a progress. But if just like the way Shotty offered it up a couple of weeks ago to him when they're talking about Booker, but he brought up how much Guyton has put in work. You let that kid stay there until the pads, attrition, or the battle of the bulls says otherwise. You know what I mean? That we haven't heard anything about Booker. which is kind of a good thing, I think. But to correlate this question with the Miles Sanders question, I do care about my running back room. But if it's like 2015, 2014, where we could put Joseph Randall in or freaking anybody in, and they're taking 7 yards as a pop, I'll take a better offensive line any day. That's the biggest thing. But I trust Riley and Adams.
All right, corner. The specific question to you: should we replace Tyler Guyton or leave him there?
You leave Tyler Guyton there. You
Okay.
leave him there. Yep, 100%.
Any insight on why we should leave him there?
Look, sure, he's played high caliber ball at Oklahoma, playing the right side, but now he's in the pros, learning the speed, learning the movement, learning the motions. But he's been training in the offseason on the left side. Left side has been crammed to his head for 2 years now. No need to go back and switch everything that he just learned up. So Connor Riley, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt to fix what Tyler Guyton has broken and keep some of the good stuff.
I like that. All right, Rue, you're my final thought, because we kind of talked about this before the show. Rue, what do you think about Tyler Guyton at that position? Because I real quick, because I like I said, I really think this could be a special unit, and I just think this is our weak link right now. So what do you think?
I think you leave him there under one condition. Tyler Booker gives Terrence Steele the boost he needs to play that right tackle spot more successfully than Zach Martin with 1.5 legs did.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyler obviously has to clean it up.
Yeah, has to.
But if you don't see it in camp, if you don't see it in preseason, come on, man. I want to see a shuffle. I want to see something different.
This is where we
and if nothing else, if you're not seeing it at Oxnard, at least show me some looks at right tackle, right? Like show me some different reps. Maybe he's more comfortable there. I mean, how hard is it to go and like, all right, fuck it, send me over here. Let's try this real quick.
Oh, it's pretty hard.
It's hard. It's hard. Yeah.
Not if you run in the show.
No, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to change. It's hard to change from right to left. Your steps are wrong. It's hard.
No. What I'm saying is that's his.
Are you right-handed?
No, I'm not saying the change is hard. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what's not hard is him. That's his natural spot. I feel like he can't. You don't think he could get back into his spot?
Not immediately.
Show me something.
Not immediately.
Okay, fair enough.
Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
Next time you go number 2, wipe your ass with your left hand and see how
I'm
it works
ambidextrous though.
I
do a lot of things. I do a lot of things with my left
LeBron.
hand, though, man.
Okay,
like,
LeBron. Okay, Lebron.
I do, man. Like I can switch it. I can.
What do you mean? You ambidextrous? You read words backwards? What?
Well, just because you don't know what ambidextrous means.
I know that's it.
Just because you don't know what it means, my God. That's dyslexia.
I called bullshit. I called you LeBron James before you even made that stupid remark.
Either way.
What's up, Chris? What's up, Chris? What you got more?
I got. Okay, now my next subject. Let's go to the defense. We kind of got into this last week on at that cornerback position about Diggs. Okay, so I want this now. We know Jordan Lewis, the great Jordan Lewis, has moved on to the Jaguars. Okay, so if Diggs is healthy, okay, who's going to play that third one? Who's going to play it? Is it go? Are we going to put the rookie out there? Are we going to put Revo out there? What direction are you going? I'm gonna start with corner first. Corner, what direction do you think we're gonna go at that nickel corner? Because Jordan Lewis gave us a lot of good work there, man, and we got to replace that guy.
Right? No, Revo was a high draft prospect that failed to the third round because of injury. I think when it comes to outside of Diggs and when it comes outside of Deron Bland, Revel's the best corner on this team. Kalen Carson's a disaster. Do not let him anywhere near this football team starting lineup. Elam, this is a second chance.
There you go.
The kid.
There you go.
Don't put any pressure on him. Let him learn, develop under guys like Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland, and even learn something from Chevelle because he's a talented kid. Injuries moved him back to the third. So those are my three corners right there. Don't fiddle fart with it. Do it right.
Okay. 21. What you think about that nickel corner right there?
I mean, you go with what you already know and what you have, right? I don't know. I want to know about corner. So what's up with Carson? You don't really know. Is this his third year or second year?
This is second year. Did you watch him last year?
Yeah,
he was garbage.
He was pretty bad, but hey, he may improve. You never know.
Oh, all he has to do is show up, and he played better already.
That Falcons game was the straw. Like that, it was over. It was done.
But you gotta remember, they put him out there, man, when they had their last resort at the time, you know. So
don't play that. He was a training camp hype. Training camp hype.
Yeah.
Goal.
He did start off. Yeah, he started off with the hype, and then he kind of fell. He got injured, and then he kind of fell.
Dak nicknamed him Seatbelt Carson. Remember that? That was training camp hype.
Well, as a veteran player trying to hype up the guy, man, what do you expect him to do?
Be realistic and say, bro, you need a lot of work.
So go ahead, 21. You can finish.
Yeah, so you just you got to fill up that spot, man. George, Jordan Lewis gone now, and you gotta go. You gotta go what you have already, and what you know is good there. So, stick with the guys.
So who's your guy there?
Yeah, who's your nickel guy? Taking the slot.
I mean, who do we have right now on the roster?
Rebel.
Rebel, Elam.
Rebel's a rookie.
Yeah.
Bland.
Yeah, Bland.
Rebel should have been a first round talent.
But no, and it's really you're looking nickel because Bland's gonna play. Bland's gonna play the other side.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think Bland's gonna be the one that's gonna take that nickel spot, depending, with the lineup. Yeah,
and then expect Bland to request a trade. Play around with
I don't
Bland,
think so. I don't think so. I think that's the way he came in, and a lot of offenses operate out of the nickel receiver. You see how we put our number one there, and we maneuver with that, and he does that good. I like, if Rebel is there, yes, obviously Rebel, and Elam, the way Elam's coming out. I do like Mukwamu there as well. Mukwamu gets slept on the nickel, and what he did, you were there, Mondo, in that playoff game. How he took Godwin out of the damn game. I just watched it, and I remember I forgot all about how good Mukwamu is in the slot.
Go ahead, Corner. You had your hand up. Go ahead.
All right. So and Mikey's right. I was wrong a little bit here. So check this out. Bland said that he would prefer to play on the outside of the field rather than inside the slot. However, if needed, he is open to playing the slot position. He's currently playing in the slot, and reports show that he's playing well. So he's already your nickel guy.
There it is.
And Bland is going to get paid. Somebody's going to pay Bland. If it's not us and we lose him, that sucks. But he's going to get paid. Just like old boy that with the two guns that went to the freaking Dolphins and tore up his knee. I forgot his name, the long jump guy.
Oh, yeah. Rue, what you think about this?
Honestly,
Byron Jones.
I agree with the fact that if you do get Bland to somehow drop to that nickel, and Siobhan Rebel does step up and take over that other corner spot, that would be amazing. because that would actually be pretty. That's a lockdown secondary, man. That's a secondary where it's like, who do you freaking throw to? You got lockdown corners all over the place, and these guys are going to be able to function together because they've played together for a pretty long time, outside of Revel, of course. But for what they're going to ask him to do, it shouldn't take that long to adjust. And man, that dude is a physical corner. Because even if you put him in that nickel spot, that dude's going to get used and abused, whoever he's guarding, because he's going to be on them like fly paper.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So the reason, like I said, the reason I asked it because these are major pieces, man, that we was really concerned. Well, coming into this season, right? We were concerned at wide receiver, so we'll address that. So I'm not worried about wide receiver right now.
Yep.
We addressed the offensive line. I'm still nervous about Guyton. God, man, please prove me wrong, Tyler. I am cheering for.
Right.
This is one person that I am cheering for so much, man,
Tyler
because
Guyton.
I love the kid. He's a big kid, as in tall, but man, I want him to hit. And listen to his interviews, man. He even admitted he sucked last year. I don't know if y'all heard that interview.
Yeah,
he did.
He said, yeah, I suck. Okay. So since he knows he sucked ass last year, maybe he's coming back into the season with a different determination as a professional player. This ain't college no more. This ain't he didn't play in the SEC, but this ain't the Big 12 when he was in the Big 12, and you playing against half your season you playing against cupcakes. You didn't play Texas every week, you didn't play Tech every week. Sometimes you play some cupcakes.
If only he played Michigan, he would have played a lot better.
Oh, Taco Charlton was badass. Okay.
So thanks for
Stupid ass up.
No, I got to get a shot across the bow like that, but it's cool.
But you're right. You're right on. Like Tyler Guyton having his shit together makes us, a good team to an outstanding team. Like it does. That's that. And then this is another report, and this is something I said, and this is with a particular position. That's why I'm throwing it in. That Tyron Smith, and I said this. I asked you guys 2 weeks ago. Could you see the scenario of him being on the couch, rehabbing, and then getting the call in December for a playoff run? Because his contract wasn't a day contract; it was a year contract. When have they ever did that?
Can I answer? I just want to know if I can answer first. Remember we was on this show called the Cowboy Huddle. And remember on that show talking about Tyler Smith. And remember the big fella said his tires are flat. That was 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Came back, tires were still flat. He went to the Jets. The tires was on the rims, and he came back and retired as a Cowboy. Okay, I don't think him sitting out a whole year and bringing him back at the end of the season is going to help the Cowboys. Not one iota. Not one.
Big man is serious.
I don't believe it's true. I know what they signed. I saw the contract. They signed him for a year, not a day. But I don't think at all that he would able to help the Cowboys. Let that man retire in peace. Put him out like an old battleship. Let people tour him and all that other shit. But no. Go ahead, Corey.
Well, I know you're serious. Because black people do care about their rims. They do.
Hey, mommy.
I don't know if this was a Photoshop TikTok that y'all seen this 1 year retirement contract, but y'all got y'all's information wrong. It was literally a day contract.
Oh, that's my bad then. There
must have been a TikTok Photoshop or something. Someone trolled y'all. It was a 1 day contract. I just want to make sure we're good.
No, thank you for being the stat boy. Thank you for being the stat boy because we're trying to pull out the pure, unraw cut truth. in
Yeah,
Dallas County.
I was just like that wouldn't make sense to me. It wouldn't. I, dude, we know I love him. We all love him, but no, no. Even if it was true that he signed a year contract instead of a 1 day, okay, what would he do? Get Dak hurt more? Rue, what you think?
I don't know. I let you run with it. I feel like I should have said something in my mind because I'm in my head when you said it. In my head, I'm like, so how much you get paid to do that?
You're right. You're very right, man. Hey, you're right. Hey, we're just trying to make a show here. Anyway, Jack Sanborn and Murray took the majority of the linebacker snaps, guys. Oh, can you trust anything I say now?
To answer your question, no, that was 3 years ago. We were talking about that, man. Like, no, I don't.
No, it's been 4 years since I've been fighting with Big Fella about Tyron.
I mean, either way, no. I will say this though. I want to address the question because I did put it in the thing that we were going to answer the questions. And to answer this question, honestly, it's too fucking soon, man. I'm still in the underwear Olympics. I have no idea. We could win as of right now, as I sit here today. This team could literally win anywhere between 7 and 14 games. I have no idea. I don't know. I need to get these kids in pads. I really don't know. It's going to come down because I have questions at key positions: secondary, O-line, run game.
Let's not forget the schedule ain't cherry,
and the schedule ain't cake either.
The fourth toughest schedule.
Like we literally by week 12, we need to be what, like 10-2 at minimum, because then it's a gauntlet towards the end of the year.
Yeah, but at the same time, our division sees the same, for the most part, the same schedule, except for the third place teams, and the first place team is going to play first place teams.
Does our division, as we sit here today, have as many question marks as we do in key spots?
Only the Giants, to me. The Giants and Commanders have a problem at rush end.
So that's the difference.
I think the Commanders have a lot of, as much as everybody's falling in love with Jalen, dude, sophomores slumps are real, and the league catches up to you. I want to see it with him.
I've said it for weeks. They're the team that's set up for the biggest fall in this division. They just are, because we play
because of the one-score games
schedule, and they had a ton of one-score games last year, and they're set up for the biggest fall. They are, because I don't think Deebo Samuel changes life for you. Not to mention Terry McLaurin wants his contract. So,
like Big Fella said it, if they didn't sweep us without a quarterback, I ain't taking them serious.
All I know about the Commanders as of right now, they don't have as many question marks as we do.
Yeah.
Not going into the season. Not to mention they're not using a first-year head coach. This is another year under Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
And the Eagles are the Eagles. Super Bowl champs. Like, it just kind of is what it is, right?
Yeah. It definitely is what it is with that. So, I can really, it's hard to predict right now. You got to give me a whole training camp, and like I say, but right now it's showing that the Cowboys, Eagles, and Commanders got one of the toughest schedules in the NFL. But the NFL changes year to year. The teams you think that's going to be tough always end up not being tough. Hell, half the playoff teams don't make the playoffs the next year.
Yep.
So we play a lot of playoffs. Well, technically playoff teams next year. Yeah. So you don't know if they're going to be good playoff teams. Because think about it. Did anybody have any idea that we was going to suck ass last year? No. But as soon as our quarterback went down, we all knew what was going to happen. All right. Yeah. And people forget Michael Parsons was out 5 to 6 games. Tanker Lawrence didn't play the whole season. Ass wipe. Anyway, he didn't play the whole season. Diggs missed what, 12 games?
Sam Williams, Marshawn
Williams missed the whole season. The Cowboys was hurt the whole last year. Give me a healthy team, and that'll be a competitive team in that East.
And that's probably the best news that we've heard or not heard. So knock on that damn wood. And nobody's sore here. Nobody's missing there.
Yeah. So, and then you forget Overshown got hurt too. You keep we can keep going on and on about players that got hurt last year for the key starters.
Yeah.
Zach Martin got hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, EB missed 2 games. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole team was hurt last year.
Hey, we need to get all this shit, put it in a bucket, and burn it. Because I don't want to talk about it no more.
If you think about it, you know how people love to talk noise about the Cowboys, but it just being realistic. Say if everybody was healthy last year, do you think the Cowboys would have been 7-9? You think would have been 7-9? Hell no. Come on, man. Oh, okay. Corner made that look. All right, Corner. Tell me why we would have been worse or better. Tell me.
Your quarterback was on pace for 17 interceptions.
On pace don't mean he would have.
He had 8 in a matter of 8 games. He was throwing a pick a game.
Are we going to the Pete Rose like sports fucking radio shit with the same argument with this man again? Are we gonna get like going to that quicksand?
I can't confidently say we're a better 7-win team because our red zone was trash. Our quarterback looked like a dumpster fire. Our running game was non-existent. It took us a long time to get Rico Dowdle going. Yep. He got 1,000 yards in a short amount of time.
No, I think it was the incompetence of our coach. Because we knew what we had to do. We all knew from if you go back to the beginning of the season last year, episode by episode, we knew what we had to do. But until Mike McCarthy decided to do it, that's when it happened. Incompetence.
I think it was more talent. I don't think it was more talent than anything. We knew we needed a running back. We knew we couldn't trust Zeke. We knew we couldn't rely on Jalen Tolbert. Brandon Cooks was hurt. We had a knee injury. Remember the little knee thing?
And then he went off the reservation and got bamboo ACL somewhere.
So this roster wasn't as stacked as it is now.
Yeah, I mean, you just mentioned another player that was hurt. What was that? The 12th player? 13th?
Listen, all I know as of right now, all I keep hearing about this offense right now is speed. And of course, it's the Underwear Olympics, but CD, George Pickens, Kavonta Turpin, and Kavonta is feasting right now at practice.
Yep.
That dude is just lighting it up. And I love it because it's just a beautiful thing to see how much speed is on this football team right now. And then you have all these big bodies with Spanford and Jake Ferguson and Schoonamaker. Like these guys, the offense looks like a completely different demon than it did last year. Last year it was a fucking train wreck. This offense looked like an absolute train wreck last
Would
season.
you say that without George Pickens?
Without
there you
George
go.
Pickens, no, because George Pickens adds a whole new dynamic to the team. That was the whole point.
So we just got that. We just got to that point a month ago. Imagine if we didn't.
I know we feel good now. That's why I said that. Like we feel good. How Big Fella was saying, we feel good going. But that George Pickens in the front office actually making the move makes this
That's
better.
That's literally all we've been waiting on. Like for this offense at least, that's literally all we've been waiting on. We've been waiting on the spark. Obviously, we're still in the dark about the run game, and we're still hoping for the run game to turn out the way it needs to be. But it remains to be seen because both of the guys that I'm hoping for are rookies. We've never seen them play an NFL snap ever. And, if you're hoping for the revival of Miles Sanders or Javonte Williams, all the more power to you. I'd much rather see it out of these young guys. That's what I really want to see pop. So what it really boils down to for me, with all this, you're not going to be able to face an 8-man box. You got to cover my speed. I got too much speed. I'm in a bad neighborhood. I got so much fucking speed on this team. Like it's
Okay,
crazy,
okay,
man.
Sam Williams. Actually,
I'm telling you.
all right, man. All right.
so man, it's like this for me, man. Last season, I wish I could forget about it. I
Yeah,
really
for sure.
do. I
For sure.
mean, but I understand what you were saying, corner about Dak. He played bad before he got hurt. It's no excuses. He played terrible. I can't even argue with you about it. I can't defend him. He played like ass. Okay, but when you say he was on pace for the interception, so my whole thing is right. Just from his past history, he's a 12-win quarterback. He's a consistent quarterback. Last year he wasn't. And I don't think he's gonna fall back into last year. I think he's gonna fall back into his former self, because he got more. You got to think about it. Those 12 and he was all those interceptions, he had one receiver too. He only had one. you know, and you got to take that into account. The reason why we so happy that
And
they got
Ferguson got hurt. Ferguson was hurt too.
And the reason why we so happy, man, about the receivers, because it seemed like now we're back in the fight. We got somebody to help us compete with the Eagles and the Commanders. Because before we wasn't in the fight, bro. Well, you can't go to a gunfight with a knife, and Dak had a knife. So we got a gun now.
Sharp. It was sharp.
What do you think about that? 21. You haven't said nothing in a minute, man.
No, I'm just this season that that to me that Pickens trade did what we all kind of wanted, right? It moved something, right? It moved that little meter, so it moved that little meter finally to okay, we're doing something, and it gave us that. I think that's why we have that feel good right now. But again, you try not to drink that Kool-Aid too early because you know.
Armando is scarred right now. Like 21 is absolutely scarred. He is just like, I am not
Oh,
gonna let these
you know what?
motherfuckers come into this
Crazy,
bullshit
though?
again. I
So
swear.
what's crazy is I have the little pins that I was showing you guys earlier. So that and I have the game day pins right, and I was like, damn, I've been to some crazy games, man. I went
Yeah.
to that San Francisco game with Dak for 14 seconds. I went to the playoff game with Dak's best fucking playoff game ever. Uh, I was in one of
Yes, sir. The
the
Buccaneers
Green
game.
Bay game. I was like, damn, I've been to some heartbreak on these pins. I got
Yeah.
stories with these motherfuckers.
Yeah. Did you get one for the Cardinal game, bro? Because that
I
was some
do
fucking
actually do have one.
God dang.
Uh,
nothing but heartbreak and
I
everything.
won that.
Hey, what do you guys think of
Did you buy a pin?
Jai?
What'd you say?
that was
I was saying you bought a pin in Arizona, huh?
yeah.
All right. All right,
Fucking
go ahead,
A,
Mike. I'm
dude.
sorry.
No, no.
I didn't
What do you? All right, no. Just to move the show forward. Jair Alexander got cut. Do you think the Cowboys always get mentioned in this, and we're always in the mix, or free agents are always in the mix to leverage more money for other players. But you see that feasible? Do you think that's possible? What would you feel about it, Jair as a player and his money, his number, and could he help us?
Man, you know, it really depends on where we're at with Trayvon Diggs on the health. That's kind of my opinion on it. It depends on how quickly these guys can come back. But regardless of whether or not he does come back, Jair Alexander is a character. But damn it, he's a good player. That is a good, solid veteran. And I don't know what the number is on a guy like Jair Alexander. Obviously, I'm assuming that you're gonna have to pay him something. I don't know what a number is on a guy like Jair Alexander, but man, to have him here, I feel like his presence would be very nice. And he's another physical corner. And you talk about filling that Jordan Lewis spot in that nickel slot. I mean, I don't know, maybe, and maybe they shift him around. I don't know his background on safety, but Jair's a good player. That's a solid player. I think he's a solid veteran. I know he's a quirky dude, but I think that he could be a very valuable addition to the team, especially if we don't have Diggs back in time.
Yeah, well, my thing is anything to get Diggs off the field. He sucks.
Damn.
I'm sorry,
Like
20.
that?
I was messing with retro.
Like that.
I'm waiting
Like
on Rude to
that.
mess with-
Wow.
I'm just
Wow.
I'm teasing
Okay.
Rue. I'm teasing. I don't think
Okay.
And you do
That
that pink
that
powder,
sucks.
doing that pink powder with
Draymond,
Cardi
hey,
B.
you know what? To hell with every last one of these dudes. Talking about trading you. Talking about you ain't shit no more. Talking about he is a has-been all-pro. Trayvon, I hope you come back full strength. I hope you shut a lot of people up. I can't wait to be sitting here with my feet up on this table about Trayvon Diggs. I swear for the Lord. Bro, please come back healthy.
Hey, let's go Cowboy Corner.
I will stand on this hill just like Mikey's ass was standing on Brandon Cook's dumbass last year.
Yeah. Hey, shit. Well, hey, you gotta be about it. Hey, for real. But nah, go Corner. Tell me about Jair Alexander and the rebut to your boy Retro about Diggs.
Well, I only want to talk about players that are on the team. And so I'm going to go straight into Diggs. If Alexander's a Cowboy, so be it. I'm not going to waste my breath on a fairy tale. That's not going to happen with this front office. Our biggest splash was Pickens, and you can't have your cake and eat it too. So,
Sure.
sayonara, Alexander. But Diggs, on the other hand, Brew, I can't get behind him. He quit on us last year.
I don't blame him.
Jerry, Steven, McCarthy, everybody was sidetracked. Like, what? He's on IR. He's done for the year. What happened? Quit on his team.
No, he quit on us. He quit on Michael. He quit on Christopher Lee. He quit on, I wish I could say Rue's real name. And he quit on Armando.
Homeboy, Ice may be looking for me. Don't say my whole name.
He didn't quit on us. We're just fans. He quit on his team.
Take you back to the Ivory Coast. Take you back to the Ivory Coast.
So, you know, I hope Diggs can get cleared before the trade deadline and ship his ass out of here.
I fucking say I wish I could say Rue whole name.
I wouldn't even try, dude. It's a roosh. I can't even move my lips.
You know what's crazy about my name, bro? I'm really honest to God, bro. My name is not that hard, bro. But if I spell my fucking name out and then I say it to you and you're reading that motherfucker, you would be shocked at the letters that I have heard added to my fucking name, bro.
I do my last name.
Type it in the private chat. Let me see it.
Yeah. My last name's the same way. My last name is the same fucking way, bro.
What's your last name?
He said, type your name in the private chat so he can see if he can.
Yeah. Let's play the game. Let's pronounce Rue's last name. His name.
I know how to pronounce it. I pronounced it before.
I was a correctional officer, and I've dealt with a lot of last names.
No, that's my first name. That's my first name. My last name is actually easier than my first name. My football
try to pronounce
never
his
had
name.
a problem saying Kehani. That dude never had a problem. What's funny is that most people hear that name and think that I'm Hawaiian. I literally, bro.
Me too.
I shit
That's
you not.
crazy.
When I was a finance manager at a car dealership, I shit you not, bro. I'm sitting across this dude that's straight up Hawaiian, like born on the island, lived there his whole life, had only been in Texas for like 2 months, right? Comes to my office, looks at my name on my desk. Hey, brother. I'm like,
hey, brother, smallest Polynesian you'll ever see.
He was actually a pretty yoked up dude. That dude was a surfer. That shit was crazy.
No, you would be the smallest Polynesian ever.
Want me to try to pronounce this?
Yeah, go ahead.
This one's easy. I was a corrections officer. That's so roosh.
Exactly.
That's actually super close, and that's pretty good for never even hearing it. But yeah, Sarouche.
Sarouche. Kadoosh.
Sarouche. The thing that most people do, they put the SH on the front for whatever reason. I always get Sarouche.
No, that's a Persian name. That's Persian right there.
That
You
is a Persian name. I am Persian. Yeah, that is a Persian name. He's Angel Gabriel.
I think if I was drunk,
I am the messenger, as they say, motherfucker.
Michael's the better one. Anyway, so
Michael.
hey, 21. What do you think about this whole
Bro,
Diggs
you
message?
are such a big fucking beast. I swear.
Yeah,
said
big.
Michael's
I ain't
the
not
better.
lit.
Michael's the
Okay,
better.
Michael is well. I mean,
Michael
go ahead,
is the
dude.
better one.
You're just a messenger.
You gotta be
didn't,
Christian.
you didn't take Devin.
You're talking about. I don't know what
You didn't deliver. Take Satan and excuse him from paradise. Anyway, so forget.
Que pendejo.
No, dude, that's the story. Anyway, fucking 21. What do you think about Jair Alexander and Trayvon Diggs and all this situation?
I mean, obviously, I think that Jair would be, a good solid veteran pickup, but I don't know. I think we already used that Uno card, right? With
we used that lifeline.
yeah, we already used our lifeline. That's it. If he picks him up, be great, big help. And as far as Diggs, I like Diggs. I mean, he's done a lot here in Dallas, but if we get some sort of value for him, off a trade, I wouldn't mind it. But I'm in on Diggs. I want to see him come back. I want to see him, But I mean, also from what I've heard, it doesn't sound good. I guess the injury, it was it on the same knee or?
I just think they just didn't like the way he went off the reservation to rehab, and him and Britt Brown don't get. Oh, that's what it is. Him and Britt Brown don't get along. Britt Brown says he doesn't work hard enough. I was just listening to this, and Britt Brown is the main rehab physical therapist for the Dallas Cowboys, and they just don't get along. But the Cowboys swear by Britt Brown, so they're going to stand by Britt Brown and use their program. And that's where, when you fall off the reservation with the Cowboys, you saw what happened to Amari Cooper. You see what happened with Cooks. Once you're there, but I think his saving grace is his relationship with Micah Parsons, kind of like Zeke and Dak, but Micah and Trayvon. I think we'll see one more season out of it, if anything, because of Micah and his relationship.
Well, Corner gave us that stat about our training staff, man, how they were about injuries. So I think Trayvon got that same message that we wouldn't the top 5 in getting our people healthy. I don't mind. It's like this. Remember, for years the Patriots was mad at Tom Brady because he used to train and do other things away from the Patriots, right?
Plyometrics, Alex Guerrero.
But he was winning Super Bowls, so who gives a shit? If Trayvon come back 100% healthy and start picking off the ball again, that's all I care about. I don't care who's working on his knee, getting him healthy. I could care fucking less. Just come back healthy. And I was just busting Rube balls about I can't stand. I love Trayvon. I love him. I really do. I just need him to be available.
Yeah.
I need him to be available because for the last couple of years he hadn't been available. And and when we got on that subject about him, straight up for Ramsey, I said Ramsey because Ramsey is available. That's why I said that. If Diggs is available, Diggs. But if he's not, Ramsey. So that's what I was saying about that. And don't make it seem like I hate the kid or I hate number 7. I love number 7, but shit, it is. Corner, I know you got to bounce, man. Any final words for you, Corner?
No, man, great show. Chemistry is always 100 over here with y'all 4. We did talking crazy. We shouted you guys out.
Hell yeah, thanks, Bubba.
And the leader, the hostess with the mostest, was supposed to share that link. So
hold on.
I
How was?
shared. I did share when I came on. I shared it on our YouTube page. Okay,
You
so
did. He did. That's how I
if
saw it.
any of the hosts are following their own page, they should have got the notification.
Ooh.
Ooh, I did get the notification. No, I gotta ask one question before you leave, Mike.
Yeah.
How was the interactions and the back and forth between Gary and Big Fella? Just anything interesting? Because I'm gonna watch it.
No, it was better than what Mikey's ever brought to the table between chemistry.
Oh,
It ain't Chris's chicken.
No,
It ain't Chris's
it ain't Craig. It ain't Chris's chicken, dude.
No.
You sound like Grill. That's what I say.
no.
works on so many levels.
In all
Oh,
seriousness,
that's dumb.
I didn't know that was the first time they've interacted since y'all split shows.
Quadruple entendre.
So it was neat to be a part of that, and but no, and you know that they're family, you know they're family first. So the chemistry, it's like it never left. Like they were laughing with each other, they were agreeing with each other. It was fantastic, and then to know that was the first show together, and it happened on Talking Crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys makes it that even, makes it that much more better.
You know what? No wonder I got the notification. I did get the notification. Hey, I'm thinking about it right now. I was like, I got the notification for Talking Crazy. I was like, Talking Crazy, and I went and I saw your picture. And I was like, all right. And then I was like, okay, well, that's what y'all talking about. I did get the
Yeah,
notification.
when I got it, I woke up and I got it. The show was already done. I was like, shit.
But all you guys are
Yeah.
always welcome to the corner of Cowboys and Crazy.
Hey,
Yes,
Mike,
sir.
before you go, I need you to send me that clip. It was 1:33 of me going off on your boy about the Cowboys offensive line. I wanted to
Oh
post.
Jesus Lord.
Oh, the old school when
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
I want
I don't know how to do it, but
It's easy.
I'll try my best.
You got to screen you out. I'll teach you how to do it.
Or screen record it. Screen
Oh,
record it. You can
How
screen
about
record
how
it.
about I find it in the
But-
live and then text the timestamp?
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
All right, Mike. Hey, man, thanks for joining us, brother.
Hey, appreciate you guys.
All right, peace. All right, man. Everybody, man, follow Cowboy Corner if you don't already follow, man. He's a beast on Twitter. I'm sorry, X. He's an X man. And if you follow, dude, I need to get better at that. You know, it's so much social media, right? I'm mostly TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. You know,
And you know you got a Snapchat. You know you got a Snapchat.
And I keep trying to post on X, and I keep forgetting about X because I don't really. Only time I go to X is when it's news for somebody. I want to get some current news. But you know, I'm always mostly on TikTok. But hey, if you want to follow Mike on Cowboy Corner, it's just like his name, Cowboy Corner on X and also on TikTok. He's always trying to do dances with his daughter, and he got rhythm as a white Mexican. Not very good. Not very good. Well, look, let's do this, man. Any final things, man, that y'all want to discuss, man, before we get out of here? Anything y'all got?
Well, you know what? For me, it's just I'm excited for this season, fellas. I'm excited because I feel like it's a lot of unknown, and I think that makes us kind of, a threat, right? You don't know, you haven't had time to study our coaches or the players we have, but I feel like it's a new scheme and we're gonna be a run from what we've heard and what we've kind of talked about. It's gonna be a run first offense, and so I'm excited about it. There's always a big shout out to everybody that shows up, man. WWE, Ivan Sosa. Shout out to John in the building. Our boy Boots on the ground. Crack him if you got him. The sis T was here, and of course, Mama Miss Eunice Kelly Lee is in the building. So shout out to everybody that joins us. As always, as the boy Mikey says it, Tell your friends about us.
All right, Mikey, you got any final thoughts, Mikey?
Well, I'm with 21's excitement because losing your quarterback gives you walking depression. So since we lost our starting quarterback, we've been here, and it's coming, and it's coming with promise. Gonna avenge the win that we saw from one of our most despised teams in our division. I'm not gonna say rival, there's no rivalry between a hammer and a nail, but it's coming, fellas, and it's just all it means is life is getting here, and I just can't wait for football season. Um, we're gonna have a hiatus, and then it's freaking training camp. After training camp, then it's September 4th. So let's get through it, man. I love y'all. This is crazy. We have all four of us together, and I love these shows, man.
What's up, Lee? How you doing? How you doing, Lee? Rue, Sarush. Your final thoughts, baby.
I'm just waiting for the on fire to come out of one of y'all. I'm telling you right now. And if it does, you're not original, just so you know. That shit, I feel like it's come from one of you before, but I can't remember which one, so I'm not gonna fuck with it right now. My final thought is this. Listen, I know Cowboys fans that you have been let down for the last 29 years. I get it. I really, really, really do understand. I've been riding with you through this bullshit myself. Okay? Like, I get it. It's been rough. We've had a lot of heartbreak, had a lot of close losses, had a lot of bullshit just not fall our way. But I'm going to say this because there's a lot of people out there that are looking at this season and they're just like, at the end of the day, my quarterback is Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott 2 seasons ago finished second in MVP and was second team All-Pro. Not Josh Allen, not Patrick Mahomes, not like Lamar was number 1 MVP. Then it was Dak. That was 2 seasons ago. And I get it. You have a terrible taste in your mouth after what happened in Green Bay. I completely 100% am with you, and I understand that this man has failed you in the playoffs many times. But every year is a new motherfucking year, man. And you can't sit here and tell me reasonably that Dak Prescott does not show you quarterback of a top-tier quarterback level play in this league. You cannot be watching this man week after week and just legitimately tell me he can't play ball. Most of the teams that are hating on you have not gone past the divisional rounds themselves. Most of the teams that are talking mess about the Dallas Cowboys haven't done shit either. Shit, if you're in the AFC and you're not a Kansas City fan, what real fans are, I think I know one. I know one real Kansas City fan. Been riding with them since he was a child. You ain't done shit in the AFC outside of Kansas City. Nothing. So when you look at what we have, there is real potential here. There's real potential with what you did with Pickens. There's real potential with the fact that you have a top 3, arguably top 2 wide receiver in CD Lamb. There's real potential in your quarterback in Dak Prescott with real help behind him. And if this defense actually stays healthy and pops, forget it. It could be a whole new thing. And all I know is you can't deny the pop, and you can't deny that the ability is there. Yep. And if you just don't see it, then I can't help you there.
Good take. Good take. I love that, baby. Hey, Lee, what's a good jersey to get? Just get whatever your favorite player is, bro. Because that's what we do. We just get who we like. That's what we do. Hey, man, my final thoughts. Normally, man, I don't pub another team's podcast, but tonight, Sneaky G from the Make It Count podcast is celebrating his 300th episode. It's actually going on right now. So we want to give a shout out to our boy, even though we hate his team and we hate him most of the time.
We know.
No, we don't hate him. No, we feel sorry for him. And I feel sorry for these
I don't.
300 episodes. I feel sorry for him and these 300 episodes. 300 episodes of folly and rhetoric and garbage. You fight the good fight, Sneaky.
All right. So what I'm saying is basically once we get off air, y'all go over to the Make It Count podcast and y'all just shout him out. Congratulations on his 300 because the Cowboy Up podcast, we trying to get there. So shout out to our man Sneaky G. He's a good sport. We always bust his balls, and he hates the Cowboys and we hate him back. So, but look, man, like we always say here at the Cowboy Up podcast, Dallas Cowboys for life.
It's not crazy chicken.
I love Peaches Cowboys.
It's not crazy chicken. I fucking
Sure
hate
shit ain't. Sure as shit ain't Chris's chicken.
y'all.
Yeah, let me give a big shout out to St. Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him?
The loyalists. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Yeah, what's up, Zulema? Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. Excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I see it.
Hey man, hey man.
Videos, dancing.
Hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. You know, hey man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah, players fuck up. Yeah. In this first day of pad, say man, you know, we all played, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Today was the best, but tomorrow tells the truth.
I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but you know, I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. You know, your ass always got to, spread shit and eating wings and
Motherfucker sprinting.
Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mikey. Calm down, Mikey.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
You come out with that Waterburger in and out one, right?
We kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing to that song, but it's like this is Drake, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. If you love us, tell your friends about us. Like